Let me tell you about this shit. They just tried to trick me, shorty. They tried to trick me.
You're not gonna
Indeed.
believe me if I say this, but Indeed is not turning the applications in. I cannot tell you how I found this out, but I can tell you that I did find this out. I found it out. I don't know how to explain how we're getting scammed, but just know that we are getting scammed. If you feel like Indeed is not turning the application in, it's because they're not turning the application in. They're taking your information and they're selling it with the use of AI and other advertisement-led stuff. So when you apply to that job and you immediately get a denial before enough time goes by to where you feel like somebody would have had to take the time to look at your application and look at your resume and all that stuff, it's because Indeed's not turning the shit in. And then you got to also add the fact that a lot of these employers are listing job listings with no intentions of filling them for some type of tax break or tax credit too. So that's not a good combination either. It's a terrible combination.
Come. I got a story time for y'all. And this one is about Atlanta. Again, okay? Okay, so recently I had got hired at Northside Hospital. I did a Zoom interview, went through the whole interview process. They gave me all my hiring paperwork, all this, all that, okay? Now, basically, something had just told me, like, just call before you put in your information, because it was basically giving me my I-9s, all this, all the hiring paperwork, y'all know. So I called the hospital and I asked for the communication supervisor, because that's what I was going to be doing. I was going to be working with customer communication or whatever this shit is called, okay? So I end up talking to the lady and she was like, I end up talking to the supervisor or whatever, and she was like, we don't have an actual application for you online. Could you go and give me the email that, you got the hiring paperwork from? Okay, so I give her the email for the hiring paperwork, and hold on, y'all. And she's like, well, this HR email is not with our company. Although it says Northside Hospital, this is not our company, but we're going to be sure to do an investigation on it. Mind y'all, my social is on this paperwork. My address is on this paperwork. My previous work experiences, everything else is on this paperwork. Okay, I did tax information, all this time. Mind you, I put in my 2 weeks at my previous job, considering the fact I've already got hired at this job, and it was just insane, y'all. It's just insane. So I was actually watching the news today, and there's a news report about protecting your identity while filling out job applications in Georgia. Now, I know that Georgia is a scamming ass fucking state, but when you get to the point where you can't even fill out a job application, and then for these jobs, you can't even call some of the jobs because they'll tell you like, oh, we'll call you, or blah, 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 blah. Like, it's just one whole big ass scam, okay? I do not recommend 0 fucking stars, okay, at all. Like, and I'm really not even a job working type of bitch. Like, I am a hairstylist, I do hair, but right now, the economy is just so messed up right now that my clients can't even stay consistent because they have to have 2 and 3 jobs to pay their bills, okay? Protect y'all identity at all costs, y'all. Do not get nobody none of your information. None. Not in. Don't even get them your bank account information for direct deposit, because I did that too as well, y'all. Don't do it. Learn from me.
Do not apply for jobs on Indeed, because if you apply for a job on Indeed, it's a good chance, not every time, but it's a 95% chance that job is a scam. If you are going to apply for a job on Indeed, I highly recommend you only apply to jobs that allow you to apply on the company site. Because if not, you're going to be receiving all types of emails and phone calls from jobs that you didn't apply for, hearing from people that you don't want to hear from. It's almost like they turn into bill collectors. So if you're going to apply for a job, do it. And I'm not saying don't use Indeed. All I'm saying is, please make sure to actually go to the company website and verify that this position and this job is real, because it's a good chance it's not.
Here's everything you need to know about ghost hiring. This is when employers post a job. I'm talking they post a job 6 to 12 months out, collect hundreds of resumes, never seem to fill the position. I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. Employers use this tactic to collect hundreds and thousands of resumes so that they can create a database that they can use to benchmark employees internally. This basically means that they collect hundreds and thousands of resumes to feed their internal AI systems. This is because employers want to evaluate their internal candidates against the external ones. It's just another sleazy way that employers gain competitive advantage. But that's why sometimes you see a job that's posted, never gets filled, and is reposted because they're collecting more and more resumes.
You guys, I just got done with an interview and I should have done way more digging because pretty sure it was a scam. But first of all, I get on the Zoom call and there's 2 other people in my interview and I'm like, okay, whatever. One guy's literally in his car and the other girl's on the couch and I'm like, what is happening? And for a second I thought they worked here. Nope, they were also getting interviewed. I was like, what? And the guy literally goes, I did a lot of research on your company and I found out this was a scam, so thank you for your time, bye, and just ends and drops out of the call. So then he is saying hello to me, the guy who was doing the interview, and it's like, I don't know what that was about, and I'm just like, red flag, red flag, red flag. And so then the other lady who is, I guess, being interviewed, he is like, oh, what's your name? Blah, 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 your Zoom title is emergency phone or something. And she said it and then she dropped out of the call. So it was just me and this guy who is interviewing me. And I'm researching this company even more while he's talking because I'm red flags are just going off left and right. And I applied for an event coordinator position. This man was talking about how I would start out entry level and then I would be promoted to account manager and then I could be a branch manager and then I can open my own branch wherever I want. And I literally, after he said his whole spiel, I was like, he asked me if I had any questions. I'm like, yeah, I'm honestly kind of confused. I applied for an event coordinator position and what you're describing is nothing close to that. And so I just don't think what I want aligns with what you guys are offering, unfortunately, so I don't think this will be for me. And I said it kindly because I was like, what the heck? And he immediately got off the phone. He was like, okay, have a good New Year, bye. And I was just like, oh my god. So then I did some digging. Apparently it's an MLM, which I didn't know what that was. I had to do this company has done a great job at hiding that they're a scam because there were so many good reviews, but then if you kept digging and went on Reddit and kept going deeper, it got worse. And I was just like, thank God for that first guy to say something that put the red flag off in my head. And I hate that I was duped on a Thursday afternoon, but I guess that's the life of being unemployed, trying to find a job. But that was just insane. So watch out, people. There's so many scammers on LinkedIn. It's ridiculous.
Indeed. You gonna have to step up your security, because there's got to be some type of breach that anybody can make a job posting. We can think it's a lead, follow it, and now what? Even that, just get the fact that it wasn't a real job. My real social security number was affiliated with that. My real address, my real email, my real birth date. Something need to be done.
Scam. So it is a new scam out right now that y'all need to be knowledgeable about, especially with unemployment rates increasing and everybody looking for jobs. So a lot of people use platforms like Indeed, ZipRecruiter, things of that nature to find jobs. And so now the scammers are going to these platforms as well. So typically when you look for a job, you look for a certain criteria that you want your job to fit. When you do that, some of these people, scammers, jobs, whatever, they pay to get leads on people. So they put a job that's crazy appealing, too good to be true on there, and you apply and they come at you that way. But a lot of people are getting targeted as leads. So these are places like FedEx, USPS, any place you can imagine. They're sending offer letters immediately to the people. So you might be like, dang, I applied for 6, 7, 8 jobs and one finally came back. But in reality, you never applied for this job and it is to take your information. So these offer letters saying, hey, you got the job, this, and that. Now I need you to go into the onboarding process so we can get you processed and get you background checked and everything. So in these leads, you have to provide social security numbers, banking for direct deposits, everything that you would provide a real job, you are providing directly to these scammers. So it's important when you are going through these platforms and going through all of these agencies or whatever, you know exactly who you're talking to and exactly who you are working with. So don't be out here just giving your information to anybody, because it could be a scammer that's trying to take your info and leave you with no job and no whatever.
These jobs, I'm going to say this right here. These jobs are not really hiring. This is all a front, and I don't know what they're putting on a front for. I don't know why y'all telling people, oh, apply now, y'all hiring, or come to this job fair, y'all hiring, if it's a lie. And somebody has to pay for the time that I just wasted. I just wasted an hour and 20 minutes of my life going to a job fair. It was not a job fair. I was the only person dressed up, okay? I have on shoes, dress shoes right now. I was the only person dressed up. Everybody else looked like they rolled out of bed. I pull up. They said it was a job fair. You get there, and they changed the flyer to say employer presentation. What is an employer presentation? They just wasted my time. I don't care. Are you hiring or not? And are you paying me some good bread or not? Employer presentation. What is that? I never heard of that. And I've been working since I was 15. I've never heard of this. Basically a PowerPoint of what the company's about. I could have looked that up online. Company's whack, by the way, but I could have looked that up online. That just pissed me off. And a guy talked for 1 hour about a company. Bro, we don't really care. Are you hiring? I don't think anybody really cared. And I could tell I wasn't supposed to be in that room because everybody in there was way older than me. Like way older than me, and not in a good way.
This company, Frog Data, this guy called me. Supposedly his boss saw my resume out there and told him to interview me with Zoom interview. I had a little technical difficulty with my computer, so I had to had to log off and log back on. As I log back on, this guy is texting in the chat saying, everybody turn your cameras off. And I believe that I was actually a training session for them. You could have role played with your own people. Don't role play with me. Don't play with my time. You're wasting people's time. So I reached out to him and he responded with the email supposedly saying that the position was filled. The thing that pissed me off about him, I had looked him up before I did the interview, and I saw where he, the hiring manager, hadn't been with the company but 11 months, and this was his third job in 2 years. I mean, who keeps hiring these people?
This job is a scam. Watch. So it's code up _ found on LinkedIn, and I thought, all my girlies in the chat are having all these issues with finding fake jobs. I don't know how, but they are, okay, amongst many other people. So I type in code up _ into Google, nothing. Code up in Glassdoor, nothing. Code up comes up on Google as an office based in Texas. See here, okay. Then I go to the career section and I look at all of the job postings. They're all in Texas. But if you see here, okay, code up _ this job is based in Fresno. It took me 2 minutes to figure this out. Just wanted you guys to be aware, because a lot of people say, how do you find out if a job is real or fake? I just don't apply for the ones that I'm iffy about. So I wanted to share this little tidbit of information. You just have to do the research. I really hope that this helps.
reached out to me and sent me like basically a long paragraph saying that we will be doing this and doing that, and to basically set up accounts for Bitcoin and all this other shit. And I immediately was like, huh?
There's fake job. Let's talk about how there's fake job postings on Indeed and how I think they in on it. So one day I had applied for this hotel front desk job, and a week later they sent me a denial for the job. They said basically they not moving forward with my application and A couple days after I get this email, I get an iMessage from this number. They have my information. They know what job I applied to, the position, everything. And they like, this is the manager or the owner. I want to give you an interview at this address. So the address that they gave me was not the address to the hotel. So that was fishy. Plus, the person that was texting me, they wasn't spelling nothing right. So I was like, this is suspicious. I'm not bold enough to show up at the address or nothing, but I'm just wondering, like, what the hell is going on? How did they get my information? If I submitted the application through Indeed, how did this person have my information?
Story time. Let me tell you about this shit. They just tried to trick me, shorty. They tried to trick me. Indeed, tried to trick me. Look, right now, they got something on Indeed right now. It's called a package inspector. So I filled it out trying to get a little job. Whoop. They say I got it. Now they send me, they say, with the package inspector, you gotta get the packages. They gonna send them to your crib. You basically look at the packages that got numbers and shit on them. You don't open them, and the ones that do, you open them, you send it back, and send it off to the people it go to at the post office and all that type of shit. Bam. Now, they pay you, your first check is 30 days after you start doing the stuff. Then you're supposed to get paid bi-weekly. Now they say you get paid $3,000 a month salary. But with the bonuses for sending the stuff on time, you're supposed to get like 40 and 100 for certain ones and all that. So you're supposed to get like 43, 46 every month. Now, they send the first one. I send it off right. This the test run, I guess. They sent a ring. The ring not even in no box or none of that. Just sent the ring. Okay, I sent it off. So now after I sent it off, I'm like, this don't seem right. It went off and everything, no problem, but it don't seem right. So I Google the company, Melody Post. So I Google the company. Only thing I found on Google is scam. Damn, TikTok, the lady up on there, she down there in tears talking about they scammed her. She was waiting on her money out 30 days. They quit replying and everything. So I screenshot it, send it to their ass like, boy, somebody else. That's not us. That's our competitors and all this. Oh, boy, y'all ass tripping. Well, I don't want to do this. Y'all say y'all gonna made $40. Send my $40 after y'all send my $40. I believe y'all, and then we can start doing this again. But it say you gotta accept the packages for the packages to come, right? I ain't even been accepting no packages, and packages still been coming. So I sent them back. Now, they ass tripping. Now they calling talking about the packages, bro. I told y'all I don't want to do this, and I'm not doing that. And they trying to scam. Then the lady gonna tell me, you're the scammer. I'm not the scammer, bitch. I'm not the scammer, bitch. I got the emails, the texts. I got everything that y'all done sent to show y'all was doing that stuff, and whatever y'all was doing, they're gonna get you, not me, because I didn't do that stuff. Y'all was doing that stuff, and y'all was trying to get me to do the stuff. Now, whatever ring y'all sent, I know that wasn't no $600 ring. I sent that off. That's what y'all said it was. I sent it off. I guess I was the test dummy for that to see if I was gonna go. No, I'm not going for that. Y'all not going on me like that. Melody Post, the scammers. So if y'all see the package inspector job on Indeed, don't go for it. It's real. It's real. They're gonna send you stuff, but I don't think you're not gonna get paid. And I don't know. It's gonna look like you did the fraud stuff because the stuff be coming in your name. I ain't order that stuff. Y'all have Trevor. No. They talk about a police report. They filed a police. I don't care. Then when the lady, she steady been calling me for like a week. I'm not answering the phone. I finally answered. Look, I told y'all that stuff was a scam and I'm not finna be, she won't even let me talk to you. Baby, who was you talk to? You stupid. Then hang up on me. I know, because y'all know y'all ass just thought y'all scammed somebody or was finna scam somebody and y'all ass got caught. I ain't one of them. Not me, fool. Not me. So, this is public notice that if anything came, it wasn't me who did it. I did not order nothing. I do not want nothing. It was the Maladi Post. It was them. It was not me. I have nothing to do with that. I do not want no business. I do not want no business.